No, I can't sleep alone. Kiss me like you love me for life, even if it's only one night.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial and I'm going to do something really bright, really creative. So I was kind of sticking to neutrals and more just like toned down looks, but today I wanted to do color. I was so sick of neutrals and I wanted to do something super bright, super intense, and super creative because I love doing colorful looks, but it's just sometimes people don't really like react well to them or don't like seeing these kind of looks because they are not like wearable for them, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just wanted to do one today, but I'm excited to do one today, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, my favorite primer ever. I love this stuff. And I've already done my brows off camera, and also, don't mind my eye here. I was practicing the look that I'm doing today, and sometimes when you use like really like purple, like bright neon colors, it stains your eyes, so don't mind that. It's just what happens when you use like super bright colors. Okay, then I'm just gonna let that soak into the skin. Okay, once that's all soaked into the skin, I'm gonna go with my foundations and mix these two together. I swear to God, these foundations are like a match made in heaven. They work so well together. I like them both separately too, but they work really well together. If you have combination skin, I feel like I've talked about these so many times, but they're just the best match. I feel like this one is definitely slept on from the drugstore. So good. I'm just gonna do like one pump of each on the back of my hand, and then mix them together and dot them on my face. As you can tell, I have a really pink undertone, mainly because of like acne scarring and stuff. I actually don't have that many actual acne spots. It's mainly just scarring. My skin is smooth, it's fine, but there is just a lot of scarring. So I go for pretty full coverage foundations to cover that up, but I have been using some acne scar fading products, so hopefully those will work out for me. I'm using the Sunday Riley products, so hopefully that works out. I'll let you guys know. If I had really like smooth, like clear skin, I probably wouldn't even use foundation. I just use like concealer. So I definitely want to focus on just like skincare from now on. I want my skin to be totally cleared of all my scars and acne and stuff, so I can just use less face products, because I honestly don't like wearing foundation. I only wear it for filming and stuff. I like just having bare skin, so it'd be good if I could just use like less face makeup in the future if my skin ever cleared up that well. Now that this is all dotted on my face and that mixture is completely gone, I'm going to use a beauty blender, a dampened one, and just bounce this into my skin. I like using a beauty blender for my foundation because I feel like it lifts off the extra product and makes it a little bit more lightweight on the skin and just gives like a healthy kind of glow. Since it is like a dampened sponge, it feels a lot better on the skin. And it also just gives like a really smooth application. Let me know if you guys like talk through tutorials better than voiceovers. I feel like they're easier to edit because then I don't have to do like a voiceover, which takes a little bit of extra time to do all the audio work. This way all the footage is just here and I don't have to worry about doing like an extra step of doing a voiceover. So let me know if you guys like them. I definitely like doing it a lot better. Okay, and then for concealer, I'm going to use Maybelline Fit Me, one of my all-time favorites. I love this concealer so much. I've used a lot of concealers in the past and this one just works the best for me. It's super hydrating, really full coverage, really easy to blend, just super comfortable. I feel like it's just a really, really good concealer. It's definitely hyped up for a good reason. I've never tried the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. I've heard like mixed things about it, but I feel like every time I see people using that on camera, it just looks super like dry. Like it doesn't look like it actually has a lot of hydration. Like I like a very liquidy concealer, so it's easy to blend. That one just looks really, really dry and just like cakey, I feel like. So I've never really tried it. It just doesn't look that intriguing to me. But let me know if you guys like that concealer and if I should try it, because I don't know if I should try it yet. Just let me know if you guys like it. So yeah. And then beauty blender, that's damp, and blend it out. Okay, and then to prime for eyeshadow, I'm going to take that concealer on the lids and cover up all this stain on my lids. They normally fade within like a day, so it's all good. And just use my beauty blender to like blend that. Actually, no, I'm going to use this brush just to blend it in. Okay, so Morphe actually discontinued my favorite line from them, which is the Elite collection. They're coming out with a new line, I believe. Hopefully it's as good as Morphe claims it to be. They're saying that it's going to be better than the Elite collection, which hopefully is true because I love these brushes. I'm using one now. I have so many holy grails from that line. I'm glad I already like got them though, but it's hard because I want to recommend them to you guys, but you can't buy them, which sucks. Like I was talking about the E27 in my last video and everybody was like looking for it in the comment section, and I felt so bad because it had like discontinued and I didn't know about it while I was filming, so that sucked. But hopefully they have some good brushes in that next line. Okay, I'm gonna do this eye off camera and be right back. Okay guys, so I did this eye off camera and I love this look. This definitely isn't for everyone, but I love it. I hope you guys like it too. So let's go ahead and get started with this eye. So I've already like set that base that I applied with some powder, but I'm gonna go with a little bit more just so that everything is easy to blend on. And I'm using my, what is this? This is called Airspun powder, and just setting this on my lids. The first color I'm gonna go in with is by Makeup Peak. This is Simply Marlena. It's just this really nice pink color. This is gonna be a transitional shade, and also it's gonna help all the other eyeshadows go on really vibrantly. And I'm going in with a Morphe M441 brush to do this. I'm gonna start off on this outer corner and just stamp it right on this outer half of my lid. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit for you guys to see better. So I'm stamping it right on this outer corner and then going back and forth in like this motion, so I get that halo eye sort of starting to go, and then I'll take it on the inner corner and like adjusting my angle so that it's easier to reach. This is basically just mapping out where I want my halo eye to be. Okay, so going with more and gradually building it upward. And then I'm just going to start going back and forth in the crease. So this is like my main color. Okay, then going in with a Morphe M511 just to blend out the edges. So I'm starting off on this outer corner, going circular motions back and forth to blend. So guys, don't mind this patch right here on my nose. It's just a dry spot. I didn't notice it until I put like my powder and foundation on, which kind of sucks. You can't really see it without makeup on, but yeah, the powder kind of emphasized it. Okay, so then going in with my Morphe 35B palette. This is like my favorite palette when I'm doing colorful looks. It literally has like everything you'll need. It's really good. The only thing about it is it kind of stains your lids like I was talking about before, but that's mainly when you use like these kind of pink purple colors. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is like a violet kind of color. I'm going to use a Morphe M518, which is a little bit dirty now because I was using it for the other eye. I'm starting on that outer edge like I did with the hot pink color, taking a little bit more. And I'm just taking it on this outer half to create that sandwich halo eye effect. And then going on the inner corner. Okay, then I'm going back in with the Morphe brush that I used for the Simply Marlena color to blend it out. Okay, then going back in with that violet color, like the purple shade from the Morphe palette, and building it up. Okay, so they're starting to do construction upstairs, so don't mind that. This is what I was talking about in my couple of videos ago. This is why I don't really do like talk through videos, because there's construction going on, which is super annoying, and it always happens right when I'm filming, so that's great. And I'm just leaving this space blank because that's where my lid color is going to go. I'm actually going to dip in with a little bit of this shade from the Morphe palette. Oops, this one, it's like a light fleshy pink, and I'm going to use that with the Morphe M511 brush on this kind of transitional area, just to help blend everything, make sure it's nice and seamless and not harsh at all. just going on the sort of outer perimeters of this eye look to help everything blend and get that gradient. And then I'm going to go in with this color, but it's right here on top of that other purple shade. It's like a really deep violet color, and I'm using this brush. This is the Morphe M506. I'm going to take that purple color, and this is just going to add more definition to the halo eye. Halo eye just gives a really opened up eye effect and adds a lot of attention to the center of the eyes, like you can see here. So by adding the darker colors on the inner and outer corners, it's going to create that dimension to the eyes. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bake under my eyes because I'm using a pigment. I'm using the Sugar Pill one. This is in Lumi, and I'm just going to use this on the lids, and it's going to create a lot of fallout. So by baking under the eyes, you're going to already have a lot of loose powder collecting under there, so it'll basically like pick up any of the fallout from this shadow, and then once you dust off the bake with all of the fallout on it, it'll get rid of all the fallout so that you don't have any messed up foundation or anything. So I'm using a beauty blender, and I'm going to dampen it a little bit with MAC 6 Plus just so it's wetter to help pick up the bake. And I'm just going to pick up my Airspun powder. I've been loving this. Super inexpensive too, it's from the drugstore. And I'm just going to press this under my eyes and bake. Then I'm actually going to use my finger for this. I could use a brush, but honestly I just don't feel like it. I'm using my finger for this. I'm just using my pinky. And actually I'm wetting my pinky with MAC 6 Plus so that the pigment sticks onto my finger and then therefore it sticks onto the lid. So I'm just literally just dipping the tip of my pinky into this shadow, and I'm just going to press it right in the center of the eye. I love this eyeshadow so much. Like, it's so unique, super intense. You could use it under like a black base and it'll be like a super intense turquoise color. It's just so customizable and it's an amazing color. I definitely think you need this. And also by using the finger, it's going to help it like blend into these other shadows. And I have a bunch of fallout now, so I'm going to wipe away that bake with a Real Technique setting brush, just wiping it away. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Sigma E15 brush, which is a flat definer, and I'm going to take this blue color right here, this shade, and I'm actually using that on my waterline since I don't own a like bright intense electric blue eyeliner. I'm going to use eyeshadow and just press it on the lower lash line. You can do this basically with any eyeshadow. It also helps it kind of last longer, and it's also just a really bright color, so it works well on its own as well. You just have to worry about it getting like in your eyes, so be careful with this. I'm literally just like pushing it into the waterline. I feel like it like ties in the whole look and just adds like an extra pop of blue. Now I'm going to go in with Simply Marlena, the same shade I used in my crease, MAC 217 brush, and running this on the lower lash line. And then going in with that violet shade that I used from the Morphe 35B palette, running it on the lower lash line. And then going in with that deeper violet shade. And now I'm going to go with my lashes. I'm using my Lily Lashes in Miami again. I have been loving these. They're really similar to Queen Bee's in the way that they really open up the eyes and they're super wispy and long, but they are a little bit piecier and more fluffy looking, so I really love these. The Queen Bee's are a little bit more expensive, so I feel like they both have their pros and cons, but I've been loving these, so I'm going to use these today. And some House of Lashes glue. Okay, once that's kind of like drying, I'm going to go with mascara. I'm using my MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara, and I'm just going to use on the upper lashes and the lower lashes. Okay, so basically the eyes are done, and I'm going to do my face. I'm going to take a little bit of Airspun powder and just apply this on the face lightly so that my bronzer blends on and everything just ties together, and that everything's like longer lasting so I don't get oily. This powder is actually really nice. I feel like it kind of has like a built-in smoothing effect almost. Like my skin always looks so smooth after I use it, especially on camera. It just has like a smoothing effect. I don't know what it is. I still can't decide if I like it more or less than the Laura Mercier one, but I have been reaching for it more. So I guess that kind of speaks for itself. Okay, and then for bronzer, I'm going to use the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. And I'm just bronzing to sort of bring back life into my face. Since I am doing really dramatic eyes, I want to bring back color like into my skin. What I mean, oh my god, this dry patch on my nose is pissing me off. Okay, I'm kind of deciding whether or not I want to use the Lumi pigment on my actual highlight. I feel like that would look really cool, but I don't know actually. I don't want to like fuck up my makeup by doing that, but I kind of want to try it. I don't know. Okay, for blush, I'm going to use my e.l.f. blush palette. So this is the light one, and I'm going to take this bright pink on my cheeks. Now I can't really decide what highlight I want to use. I could just use my Anastasia Gleam Glow Kit, but I want to see how this looks. Like, should I do it? Okay, I'm going to use it. So for the highlight, I'm going to use the Sugar Pill Lumi pigment. Oh, I'm scared. I know Anastasia just came out with some really intense kind of colors like this. Highlight like my nose and stuff, I'm obviously not going to use like a freaking blue-green highlighter. I'm going to use Crush Pearl from this and just highlight my nose and my Cupid's bow. If I used a blue on there, it would look kind of weird. So yeah, Crush Pearl with a Real Techniques accent brush. Yes. It's like my favorite brush for applying nose highlight. Okay, and for my lips, but I'm going to use my Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick. So this one is in Queen Bee. And then to add that sort of lighter effect and make it more of a nude color, I'm going to take Anastasia's Milkshake, which is like one of my favorite shades to lighten up a lip color. Hey guys, so this is the last step of this makeup look. I am so happy with the way this turned out. Let me know, please like this video and leave a comment just saying whether you want to see more of these kind of colorful out there looks. Hopefully you guys actually enjoy this. Like this video, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Leave a comment requesting something you want to see and I will hopefully get to it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.